The showrunner of The Boys, a series that has completely devolved into woke insanity, is having a complete and total meltdown over the entire Trump victory that happened. And of course, it is only getting worse and worse. He's absolutely losing his mind, okay? And this is 2 weeks later, and he is not stopping with all of the meltdowns, all of the crazy tirades that he is having. All of the tantrums are only getting worse and worse, coming from Eric Kripkey, the showrunner of The Boys, a show that actually even called me out, okay, for some of my coverage on Hollywood celebrities. It's actually insane how much all of us live rent-free in the heads of people like Eric Kripkey. It's actually insane. So let's get into this whole crazy story here and see what is going on with Eric Kripkey, okay? Because he's not getting any better, okay? His TDS is getting only worse and worse, and now today he has some absolutely insane things to say about Trump, the future of America, and how it all ties in with the show The Boys, okay? Basically exposing that we were right the entire time, that The Boys basically is nothing more than a political commentary on what is happening in the United States with Trump, and Trump lives rent-free in his head, okay? So I know there's a lot of problems to solve, but for me, it comes down to this. He sees America as us versus them. She sees America as Americans. Even if you disagree, please vote. And, well, he apparently is a white dude for Harris and a complete loser, as you can, I mean, just look at this picture here. I mean, he literally looks like a clown. So what do you expect? So today we have more of the meltdowns coming from Eric Kripkey, because after Kamala lost to Donald Trump, it has been nothing but just meltdown after meltdown. So I've been waiting for this and knew it was coming. The Boys showrunner Eric Kripkey has an epic meltdown following the Trump landslide victory over Kamala to win the 2024 election. Kripkey joins a long list of celebs and comic book writers who have all melted down over Trump. Curiously, none have yet moved to Canada and still reside in the US. It's almost like they don't really believe the things they say. Secretly, they all are happy that Trump has won. I totally believe that, to be completely honest. So this is what Eric Kripkey had to say, okay? And this is what he said in an interview with Collider, okay? He said,
"We're going to look at the chips we have on the table right now. I live in absolute terror of becoming the thing we've been satirizing for 5 years. The thing about The Boys is that it's punk rock."
Nothing says punk rock like being a show on Amazon. Right? Like, that totally just screams punk rock, 100%. Or being a show that is basically a mouthpiece for the entire establishment. Yeah, super, super punk rock. Just, yeah, it's not Rage Against the Machine anymore, apparently, to be punk rock. It is be a simp for the machine is how you are punk rock these days. Pretty weird.
And it hurts extra hard when punk rockers sell out. I'm really working hard to not sell out,
even though it's completely sold out to all the corporations, to Amazon, and to all of the woke establishment.
We do these shows because we really care about them and we're passionate about them, and they can tell fresh stories that we can't tell in The Boys, and not just be about rapid expansion, but be very careful and mindful about the choices we're making and being able to defend why we're making them. I worry about that every single day.
I don't know how to tell them this, but The Boys has continued to fade into irrelevancy over the past few years as it continues to fall further and further into woke nonsense, and less people are watching The Boys, which happens to be the case. I mean, you could just look at the reviews, especially on Rotten Tomatoes. The last season that just came out currently sits at 54% rotten with audiences. So more and more people are absolutely getting sick and tired of the crap that is being pushed in The Boys, because it is no longer about making fun of both sides. It's not about being satire. It is literally nothing more than Eric Kripkey living out some sort of weird fantasy that he has about Trump and trying to warn you about what is going to happen with Trump as president. And you really have to be a pretentious a-hole to think that your commentary on Trump matters this much. Obviously, it doesn't. Obviously, people didn't listen to what you had to say about Trump because they still elected him as president with a full mandate and everything. Well, that is if the cheaters don't get away with all the crap that they've been pulling over the past couple of weeks. But all that being said, Eric Kripkey is absolutely insane. It's very obvious that he has completely lost it, and he is not doing very well with the thought of Trump being president. And it's going to be interesting to see how this carries over into The Boys. All that being said, this final season is going to be absolutely insane, and I think that Eric Kripkey is going to give us some of the craziest stuff when it comes to the commentary on Trump that we have seen come out of Hollywood yet. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all this insanity coming from Eric Kripkey. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.